What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Noah here with Custom RC Mods, back out at the park for another flying video. In today's episode, as you can see here, I've got my FT Bloody Wonder, and I do have a streamer as well. I just completed a motor upgrade for this plane. It's rocking the Sunny Sky 2216 1250 kV motor now, instead of that old A2212 1000 kV junk motor that was barely enough power for this thing to stay off the ground. So hopefully we're going to get a much better flying experience with this airplane, and I'm really excited to document that for you today. I also do have my stick cam on today with this chest mount and the GoPro 8, so you'll be able to see all my movements as I'm flying. And unlike yesterday's video, this one should be a lot more interesting, and it will be a little bit easier to see what I'm doing on the sticks as I fly this very touchy airplane. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. Of course, I have a lot more to talk about once we get up in the air, so let's go ahead, waste no time, and get to that now. Alright, so here we are. As you can see, I've already got my streamer all lengthened out. The wind kind of helped me with that, but it's good because when it unrolls, usually it tends to break, which is not good. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too windy to do a ground launch, so I'm just going to go ahead and launch it just like normal, straight into the wind. Gotta miss the streamer coming over my head there, and we're up in the air, cruising at about half throttle with this airplane. Okay, so here we are. I'm just getting comfortable with this airplane, and we are flying with a 9x47 slow fly prop today, which is a little bit small for this motor, what I typically run on it, but that's just what I have. I don't have any 10 or 11 inch props at this time. And the nice thing about the slow fly props is that they tend to bend instead of break. So when I'm not having a nice glide slope like I typically do with this plane, because now I have a streamer that's going to be weighing me down, so it's going to be a lot harder to glide is what I'm trying to say. It's going to be a lot easier to just nose it in and not fear about messing up my prop. Roll rate on this thing is crazy. Originally I built this to be a plane that was going to be extremely maneuverable, have the highest rates out there, and not a lot of power, but again, the rate and the maneuverability of the plane was going to make up for that. But now we have both rate and power, and this thing is pretty insane to fly. I mean, it's definitely not a beginner's airplane, that's for sure, with this rate setup on here. But the nice thing about it is that there really isn't a lot of guesswork in here. So, you give it a little bit of power, the wing flies well, and all of the control surfaces react as they should. With this small prop, there's little to no torque roll. So if you are going to run an 8 or a 9 inch prop on this plane, I don't think you'll have to be worried about that as well, which is another big plus about this airplane. There's two vertical stabilizers on there, as you can see, that like H-tail, I want to call it. And that is a really nice addition for stability. So if you're looking for your first, this is probably good second or third plane, maybe your first combat plane or first higher speed plane. As you can see, it still has some good speed with it, even when it's carrying around that streamer that's creating a lot of drag. But yeah, just needs a little bit of trim here and there. Nothing insane. You can see roll rate's pretty darn good. I really like that. I might even make a little more just because it's still very controllable. Unlike the Super Bee or the Punjet, this thing has a very nice controllable roll to it, which is very, very useful when you're flying in the sky, because you can do these snap rolls and not have to worry about getting too low to the ground, finding your orientation back. It pretty much is going to respond to your rate inputs on a dime and then stop as soon as you let go of the stick. That was one big problem I had with my FT Punjet, was that I would have to wait like 2 or 3 rotations for it to slow down on its roll and then figure out the orientation and then go on from there. Now, as you may hear, it is a little bit windy. You can also see it. That was a downwind pass there. The wind is at my back right now. This plane handles the wind extremely well. Just obviously it's not a very big wingspan, so there's not really too much to worry about here. So that's one thing that's super nice, especially if you live in a very, very windy area. This is going to be a nice option for a plane to build. Again, with all that vertical stability, even going into the wind, you're gonna track very straight and it's not gonna be blown off course very easily, as I've found. All right, so we've been pretty much mashing the throttle this entire flight. I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down a little bit and just see what kind of flight characteristics we can get out of it, just flying a little bit slower. It likes the speed though. There isn't any concern to flying too fast. Obviously you're not gonna fold the wings or anything like that. And I feel like it's happiest at full throttle. Very fun plane to fly. Definitely would be relaxing on lower rates, but again, since we have pretty much all out rates here, it is pretty darn extreme. Nice snappy elevator. I am gonna have to try pretty hard to... Hey, what's up?
Hey, did you build that?
Yep.
Well done.
Thank you.
So, I just want to let you know that it has an ordinance against lighter than air aircraft and drones and stuff in their parks.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. So you don't have to take it down because...
Well, no, I understand. I'm just saying that I am a... first off, that I've been doing this for years and years, almost every single day and week here. And I've even contacted the Parks and Recreation Services and asked them if it was okay to do so, which they said it was 100% okay to do. Second, I'm also a professionally rated drone pilot. I do this, not this.
Okay, you got a license?
Professionally, I have a license to do so.
Then you're fine. Then you're fine. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to go through, and if you're going to do it, you have to have the permit and FAA clearance and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it's, it would, yeah, 100%. I totally understand. I'm an advocate for drone safety.
Yeah.
I do all sorts of stuff, and again, I've been flying around here for years and years, had a lot of encounters like this.
You've jumped through all the hoops. Sometimes I got people out here who haven't, so yeah, okay, good job. I like the tail. What does that do for you?
The shape or the streamer?
Yeah,
the streamer, it's just a fun thing. You know,
Okay.
sometimes you can go around and try to cut it, propeller, but...
Spell, will you marry me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, thank you for making that clear. I know a lot of people have their questions, and you're more than welcome to come up to you. Don't feel out of place.
Oh yeah. I've been doing this gig for, well, it's my retirement thing. I'm got 2 or 3 times a week. I've been doing it for 4 years, and the first time I've seen you out here, so we must just be
interesting. Yeah, for sure. I've had like friends come out here. We've had multiple people out here. We've had all sorts of stuff. So it's one of them things for sure.
They just don't want people out here who don't know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's one thing that's really important.
Especially, like, there's nobody here right now, but I've had people flying around where there's like kids playing soccer.
Oh no, yeah, 100%.
So I said, no, we can't do that.
I am 100% on board with that. It's just one of those things.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Have a nice day. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this video. As you saw there, I had someone approach me and begin to start talking about the legality of what I'm doing, but as you can see, we handle that pretty well. I am, again, Part 107 rated, so I have legal right to do this, and you don't even need a Part 107 to be able to do that, but I don't know what he was thinking. I'll go ahead and check my city's local ordinances and laws and things like that and see if there's something I'm missing that's been put in place recently. But again, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.